make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Clemson's offense takes the field. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proven to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around.
Always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So we have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Makes the grab. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Stanford quickly to the line. To the air on 2nd down. He's going to let it go. Touchdown, Cardinal! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get the ball for the first time. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously. So it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it...
Oh, he's got some space. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. quickly to the tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. When these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw it to them, and they'll make big plays for you.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. At the 35, he's got room. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. Makes the grab. It's Anger. Still running at the 40. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Steps away. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's McMillan. And they swarm him under.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. On 4th down, looking to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Snags it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really liked the play last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it's picked off at the goal line. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. To the air on 1st down. The quick out. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. A strike downfield. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackled right at the 43-yard line in that 1st down marker. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gets it to him on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Throwing right. It's caught. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st down from the 11. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Clemson! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll go to the ground. He breaks a tackle. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to get the first through the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll throw it from the red zone. Here comes the heat. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Using his legs, it's Jennings. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Stanford wants to push the pace. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Cardinal. Lining up to add another.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Offense in a bunch formation. Play action on first down. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. But I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Stanford quickly to the line. Now on the move. There he goes. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Touchdown, Stanford! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Clemson, 14.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the ground with the back. On the move at the 30. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Rides to back and leaves it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got the big tight end on the corner route.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He's got the tight end, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for space, it's Jennings. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll keep it on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He's in open space downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto.
Stanford will boot it away to start this second half.
Set to kick off.
And he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On third down, he drops to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
And the pass is incomplete and jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
With the catch, it's McMillan. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scrambling away. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pucks it out of the air. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Fires left. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Unloads quickly. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Gives it on the option. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. Stanford wants to push the pace.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got a man. No chance to run, but still a good gain. The Cardinal come to the line, needing a few inches to move the sticks. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And they get get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Clemson. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Wants to fire on second down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.